Welcome to the Path to Mindset Mastery. My name is Brad Bizjack. I'm a mindset strategist and coach, inspirational speaker, and creator of the online mindset course Appreciation Academy. And I'm curious, do you ever compare yourself to others? Do you ever feel jealous of other people's accomplishments, even though you want to be proud of them? And then you notice that little voice slip in your head saying, well, I could never do that. And you start to get down on yourself. I did that for years. And the hardest part of failing for me for so long were the people that seemed to pick it up really easily. Like they picked it up right away. Like it wasn't even a challenge for them. It was like they had it easy. And I was doing my business for years. And I had the pedal to the metal. And by the way, when I say pedal to the metal, I don't mean I was actually working my business the way I should. I mean that the focus was on my business all the time. In fact, that's all I thought about. All I thought about is why I was stuck. And if that's you, if all you think about is why you're so stuck, make sure you check out my podcast called Burnout Prevention Tips. It's incredibly helpful. But anyways, the reason I bring that up is because it just seemed easy for them. And here I was slamming down the gas pedal, trying as hard as I could to get to my final destination as fast as possible, but nothing was happening. It was like I was death gripping the steering wheel and slamming down the gas, and my tires were screeching and smoke was coming from them, and I couldn't figure out why I was so stuck, and I was going nowhere. And then I would see all these other cars flying by me on the outside my window, and they just got on the highway, meaning they signed up a couple months ago, and they were just flying by me towards success. And I was going what is going on? Why am I stuck? Why can't I figure this out? Why do they have it easier? And I felt a combination of emotions. At first, I lied to myself and say I was happy for them, but deep down I was jealous of them. I was envious, and I wanted what they had. I was afraid that if they're getting all this success now, and I haven't been able to create it yet, then I'd never be able to create it. And even if I would achieve a goal or something or hit a goal, and I never celebrate it because in the back of my mind, I was like, yeah, right. Okay, cool, you achieved something, but it's not like you actually deserve it. Have you ever felt that way? And so success never followed. Does that make sense? All I could think about was, what's wrong with me? Why am I so stuck? What am I doing wrong? Does that sound familiar? Well, here's what you're doing wrong. Nothing. You're not doing anything wrong. You're not acting in any wrong way when it comes to your business. Your mindset's just a little screwed up. See, you want the success that other people have, but you're fighting for it with the same mindset that keeps you stuck. That doesn't make sense. You need to pretend that if you've been struggling with this for a really long time and you don't know why you're stuck, pretend you're brand new. Start over. Pretend you're brand new right now and adopt a new mindset. The people that are crushing their dreams, they have a really great mindset. That's why they are successful. So it's unfair for you to compare your previous failures and crappy mindset to their current successes and great mindset. It's apples and oranges. Does that make sense? If you keep thinking the same way you've been thinking, you're always going to be stuck. The people that are succeeding because they think differently than you. So your challenge is that you're focusing, this is huge, guys, you're focusing on what you don't want. You're building up a story in your head instead of asking these successful people for help, which they gladly give you. But instead you wallow and you feel sorry for yourself and you feel unworthy of success. You think they have something that you don't. And here's a little secret about successful people. Successful people want to help as many people as possible become successful. A lot of people believe that if you're successful, you want to hide your secrets. You want to keep them safe. That is a scarcity mindset. I've been around a lot of unhappy, unwealthy, victim-minded people in my life, and I've been around a lot of incredibly successful, bonkers wealthy, and responsibility-minded people in my life as well. And what's interesting is that the unhappy people are the ones keeping things secret. The unhappy ones are the people that think success is limited to special people that have something they don't. The unhappy people are the ones that think there's never enough. But what's really interesting about the successful people they're the ones that want to share everything about what they did to become successful. Think about this podcast. I am sharing what I did to become successful. Successful people love to share what helped them. They're not going to keep it hidden, right? So in fact, the wealthier someone is, the nicer they are. And sure, there are some outliers out there that have financial means, but they aren't happy. And in that case, they're not wealthy at all, are they? They're dirt poor. Financially wealthy people and happy people want to teach you how to become successful. They want to help. So, how does this apply to comparison? Because the people that you're measuring up against and saying you're not as good as would gladly teach you what they did to get there. They'd gladly give you the help if you reached out. You'll never hear a successful and happy person talk down to someone else. Never. You'll only hear unsuccessful and unhappy people do that. You just need to let go of the sob story playing in your mind. You need to stop saying poor, poor me and start focusing on how that person that's succeeding right away is an inspiration, not a reason why you can't. Start focusing on how if that person did it, that means that you can do it too. So write this down. Comparison is the thief of all joy. And that's a cliche quote. You've heard it a million times, but it's so true. It takes the fun out of what you do. And if the fun is missing from your business and your life, no one's going to want to be part of it. That's so important to understand. Let me repeat it. If the fun is missing from your business and your life, nobody is going to want to be part of it. It means that if it's not fun, it means your business is causing you stress. And that's what you're trying to attract people to? It doesn't make sense. Why would someone want to join stress? You're insanely, like, what a lot of people do is they try to fake it. And they're stressful and they're fake and they like pretend that they're living this life by design. Why would someone add something stressful to their plates when that's what they're trying to escape? So comparison is the thief of joy. It makes it not fun for you, and it makes other people not want to join you if you're in your head that way. And this is so important. Joy is a requirement for a successful business, right? And by successful business, I don't just mean money. I mean that the business brings you joy, right? Joy is a requirement for a successful business, because you could have a ton of money coming in and be miserable. That's not success. That's total failure. So joy is a requirement for business success. So focusing on that person and why you're not as good as them, and it has nothing to do with what they have and what you don't have. It has to do with your high school childish fears that you won't let go of. Unsuccessful people will sit there and wonder, why me? And then focus on how it's not fair that someone else is successful because they can't be. So please realize something. Success is actually really, really simple. It's incredibly simple. Failure and anxiety and pain and depression, that shit's complicated. It's success. If success seems like it's hard to achieve and you can't do it and it's just so overwhelming, it's because you think it's hard. It's actually incredibly simple. You'll get in life whatever you expect. So if you expect life to be hard, if you expect your job to be bad, guess what? It will be. If you expect life to be easy, it will be easy too. If you expect people to do you harm, they're going to. If you expect people to do you good, you're going to make a lot of friends. So success is incredibly simple. This is why the rich get richer. They do simple things over and over and over again, like asking people for help that have had success in what they want to be successful with. And since complexity is the enemy of execution, this is why the poor get poorer, because there's so many things going on up here clouding their judgment. But success is available to everyone. It's not something that just that new person you're comparing to has. It's not something you can't have because someone else has it. That's a scarcity mindset. That's you believing that success is in limited supply, and if someone else has it, you can't. It's not true. So you hear all these gurus and mindset strategists and personal growth experts in my field talk about the word abundance a lot. You hear that all the time. What does that even mean? Abundance simply means that you love your life and you appreciate everything about your life as is before you even get to your goals. That's it. It means you love what you already have. Right? Seeing your current good is the fastest way to increase more good. So abundance means that you believe that success and happiness are available for everyone. That's abundance. It's really, really simple. When you're in a state of scarcity, you think it's not fair that some people have success when you don't. And here's something that might be tough to hear. It is incredibly fair that they're successful. It's incredibly fair that they've achieved what they've achieved. It's absolutely fair. They've adopted the mindsets that bring them the abundant wealth and abundant business. You haven't, right? So the solve is simple. Change your mindset. Stop asking yourself the disempowering questions that keep your life stuck. Successful people deserve everything they have. Successful people are not the enemy. So learn from them instead of be envious of them. Ask for help because they want to help you. Use their success as inspiration instead of feeding your desperation. So flashback to the beginning of this episode when I gave you the car analogy where you're slamming down on your gas pedal as hard as you can, you're death gripping the steering wheel, smoke's going everywhere, you don't know why you're stuck, and you see all these cars flying by you on the highway to success. You're not understanding why you're stuck, why you're pissed off, you don't know how to break through it, and your solution is to push down harder on that gas pedal. But here's the thing. My life changed when, it wasn't when I pushed down harder on the gas pedal. It wasn't that I needed to buy a new car, follow the metaphor. It wasn't that I had to take it in to get service for all these things going on. Remember, failure is complicated. Our mind will try to tell us all these things that we need to do. Success is really simple. I didn't have to find a drastic solution to get my car to move. I just needed to release the emergency brake. That's it. It's that simple. So non-metaphorically speaking, what does that mean? It means that when things started to change for me, it's when I adopted a belief that success is available to everyone. That's number one. Number two, I adopted a belief that successful people want to help me become successful. That's number two. Number three, I asked for help and I found resources that made me successful. I surrounded myself with the people making what I used to think was impossible look easy. And four, I took action with that new mindset. And my life changed so quickly, and yours can too. Next thing you know, what used to be impossible for me became my reality. I was that person flying down the highway, helping the cars stranded on the side, if you follow the metaphor. So you can be that car too. Your life changing is not external. No one's coming to save you. It's not an external job, it's an internal job. In fact, you don't even need to change your life. You just need to change how you choose to live your life. That's it. So comparison is the thief of joy. When you adopt these principles, you start having fun again. And when you have fun, you live every day with a smile on your face. And when you do that, business and success get so much easier. Remember, regret and failure, those things are complicated. Success is incredibly simple. So thank you so much for tuning into the Path to Mindset Mastery today. It is a privilege to serve you. I hope you took this and you can run with it and apply this to your life and your business. And make sure you share this episode with the person or on your page with someone that struggles with comparison or jealousy today. My name is Bizjack, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you next week.